What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q Hicks, and I'm here to give you another video on the top 15 players in college basketball so far this season. I know it's still early in the season, only been about 2 or 3 weeks, but I wanted to make this video on the players you should be looking out for on the college scene. Once again, this is not the best player overall list or who has the most potential, but who is playing the best basketball right now. Since it's so early in the season, it was tough to rank all the players, but I will be updating the list every month for a video series, so definitely stay tuned. Also, I want you guys' opinion on who you think was snubbed from the list, so definitely leave a comment down below. And if this is your first time on the channel, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's dive into it. At 15, Jalen Wilson. Averaging 15 points and almost 9 rebounds a game, he's really been the surprise of this Kansas team. He had the red shirt last year due to an ankle injury, so now he's a 6'8" freshman who can play the 1 through 4 position, and he's been the best and most consistent player on Kansas. He's had his best games against the best competition against top 10 ranked Creighton and Kentucky, and he's had 20 and 10 in both games. He's a stud and a potential first round pick down the line. At 14, Kissberg. Averaging 22 points and 5 rebounds a game, he's the definition of a pure shooter. Averaging 45% from the 3, he was West Coast Conference first team last year and has upped his points per game from 13 to 22. He's real consistent and sticks out on a loaded Gonzaga team. He reminds me a lot of Joe Harris from his Virginia days, and he's a future pro. At 13, Harper Jr. Averaging 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, he's one of the top players in the Big Ten. He upped his points per game from 12 points last year to 23. He was honorable mention Big Ten a season ago, but I'm sure he's going to get all Big Ten this year. He's dropped 25 plus points in 3 games already, shooting 50% from 3, and he is the son of NBA champ Ron Harper, but he shoots way better than his daddy. At 12, Butler. Averaging 15 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. He was an All-American a season ago and could have went to the NBA, but decided to come back to school. He has a nice feel as a combo guard. He can shoot and pass and has improved his defense. He's the preseason player of the year candidate and is playing for the number 2 team in Baylor and is a part of one of the best backcourts in the country with him and Davion Mitchell. At 11, Basset. Averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks. He was a top 10 player coming out of high school, but he kind of got lost in the shuffle the past couple of years, but now he's starting to come into his own. Most stats are the same as last season, but the stat that has improved the most is the blocks. He is averaging 4 blocks a game compared to last year when it was 1.6. He has had 2 20 and 10 games and 5 games of 3+ blocks. He's a dominant presence down low. At 10, Timmy, averaging 23 points and 6 rebounds. He was a 5-star recruit a couple of years back coming out of high school, and he reminds me a lot of Domantas Sabonis in terms of his game. Offensively, he can do a lot in the post, he shoots 3s, and he's good in the mid-range. He's helped out a lot by freshman point guard Jalen Suggs. He upped his points per game from 10 points last season to now 23, and he is the key, in my opinion, to Gonzaga winning a championship because he has to be a defensive presence down low. At 9, Scotty Bares. Averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. His stats don't tell the full story of his impact. Coming into college, he was known for his versatility in defense, but he has been way better offensively than I could have expected and a way better playmaker, averaging 4 assists, and they're running the offense through him. He's been a defensive monster, he moves his feet well, and he has great size at 6'9", and he's a top 10 pick in this upcoming draft, no doubt. At 8, Trayce Jackson-Davis, averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He's really been the focal point of this Indiana offense, and he's somebody who really knows his game. He stays around the rim, either gets fouled, he gets a dunk, or he gets a layup. It's that simple. He upped his point per game from 13.5 to 21, and he has a 25-17 game against FSU and a 31-6 game against Stanford. He's a nice defensive presence as well, getting 2+ blocks in 3 games already this season. At 7, Preston. Averaging 19 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds, he's a mid-major player with a great story when he had no offers coming out of high school, but now he's getting talked about as a first-round pick coming out of this draft. He has nice size, and one thing I really love about him is that he plays at his own pace and that you really can't speed him up. When they went against top 10 ranked Illinois earlier this season, he was constantly attacking Donsunmu, who is one of the best defenders in the country. And he finished with 31 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. He's a triple-double threat every game, and he has 4 games of 7+ assists. Watch out for him. At 6, Jalen Suggs. Averaging 13 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. He is the straw that stirs the Gonzaga pot. I knew he was going to be good coming out of high school, but his impact on the team has come way quicker than expected. He's explosive, can shoot, he's a strong finisher, and his vision is off the charts. And in my opinion, he is the most entertaining player I've watched this season, and he's another easy top 10 pick in the NBA draft. At 5, Sandro Mamukelashvili. Averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block, he's really a point forward. He can handle, can shoot, can post up, and he passes it very well. He upped his points per game from 12 points last season to 20, and he has 3 games of 25+ points already. He's shooting 40% from 3. He really has a nice stroke, and he's a potential Big East Player of the Year if he continues this play. At 4, Evan Mobley. Averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He was a McDonald's All-American and a California Player of the Year last season, and now he's living up to the hype. He's a 7-footer with long arms and is a blocking machine, getting 3+ blocks in 3 games. He has a nice jumper, can hit the 3, and all he has to do is put on weight, and you're looking at the prototypical modern-day big. At 3, Keke Cunningham. Averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and a steal. He was the #1 player in the country coming out of high school, and he's living up to the hype. He's a 6'8" point guard, but he can play the 1-4 position, but Cade can literally do it all. He has the shooting ability, he moves at his own pace, he's a good defender, he gets to the rim, he's a great passer, and he's unselfish. He's the definition of the full package. I see no holes as of yet, to be honest, unless you are nitpicking. He could be even more aggressive offensively, but I love his game. He's the #1 pick in the 2021 draft for sure. At 2, Donsunmu. Averaging 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. He's a 6'5" combo guard who was an All-Big Ten performer a season ago. He has one of the best mid-range games I've seen from a college player, and he's always in attack mode. He just dropped 36 a couple of nights ago. He's a triple-double threat. He upped his assists from 3 to 5 from a season ago. His points went from 17 to 25, and his rebounds went from 4 to 8. He's a great defender with a nice shooting form, and he's currently shooting 40% from the 3 right now. And he also dropped 22+ points in 4 games already this season, and he is the only person who can knock off #1 for Player of the Year. At 1, Luka Garza. Averaging 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And I really want you guys to soak in the type of numbers that he's putting up right now. 26 and 10 rebounds, 41 and 9, 35 and 10, 16 and 14, 34 and 3, 23 and 8. He's putting those numbers up on a daily. He was Big Ten Player of the Year last year, and now he's ready to win National Player of the Year. He upped his points per game from 24 to 29. He hits 3s consistently, and he's shooting 68% from the 3 right now and 69% from the field. He blocks shots, and Iowa has a great system around him. You really can't double him. They have him surrounded by shooters, so you have to pick your poison. And he's the most dominant force in college basketball right now. All right, and that is everybody from the top 15. I do want to give up a couple of honorable mentions. Carlik Jones from Louisville averaging 17, 7, and 5, and Colin Gillespie from Villanova averaging 15, 4.5, 3 rebounds, and 1.5 steals. Those are 2 players that could potentially sneak up into the top 15 next time. And also, before we get out of here, I want to say prayers to Keontae Johnson after collapsing. I hope everything is okay, and we wish for the best on this side. If this is your first time on the channel, I definitely want you to press that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you for tuning in, and we out. Peace.